A young adult novel has been removed from the #1 position on the New York Times bestseller lists, after detective work worthy of Nancy Drew by YA writers on Twitter uncovered a trail of strategic pre-orders being placed in particular U.S. bookshops. Lani Sarim's Handbook for Mortals is about a free-spirited young woman, from a long dynasty of tarot card readers, fortune tellers, and practitioners of magic who travels to Las Vegas and uses supernatural powers to become part of a premier magic show. It took the top spot on the New York Times Young Adult bestseller list this week, ahead of Angie Thomas' novel The Hate U Give. Industry monitor Nielsen BookScan recorded 18,597 sales of Handbook for Mortals in one weekend. But author Phil Stamper began to ask questions, pointing out that the book's publisher was only launched a month earlier and that the novel was listed as out of stock on Amazon. A book that no one has heard of except for the two niche blogs that covered the GN press release. Sells approximately 5,000 in the first week. Okay, Stamper wrote on Twitter on Thursday. You should be able to buy your way onto the At Night Times list. But here we are. Stamper and other YA writers, including Jeremy West, began to investigate. Stamper shared messages he had received from bookshop staff who said they had been contacted to see if their store was a night reporting shop. The paper's lists are collated from information supplied by a confidential group of stores before a bulk order was placed. Another bookshop shared similar information with West, while Publishers Weekly reported that a shop outside Las Vegas had a customer who ordered 87 copies after learning it was a night reporting shop. Entertainment website Pajiba, which first reported on the controversy, speculated that someone, whoever they may be, hopes to use the one New York Times best-selling novel moniker as a launching pad to a studio deal. An IMDb page for an adaptation of the novel lists the author, Sarim, who is also an actor and music act manager, as lined up to play the lead character. West told Publishers Weekly, as soon as I saw the list yesterday, it didn't make sense to me. The lack of social media buzz for the book, the fact that no one in the young adult community was talking about it or had even heard of it, it all sounded fishy. West said he had spoken to 5 bookshops about the novel. They all said the same thing: someone called and placed a large order or asked about placing a large bulk order for an upcoming event. Shortly afterwards, the NYT changed its list, removing Sarim's title and putting Thomas' novel, in which a teenager's unarmed best friend is shot by a police officer, back into the top spot. The paper said after investigating the inconsistencies in the most recent reporting cycle, we've decided that the sales for Handbook for Mortals do not meet our criteria for inclusion. We'll be issuing an updated young adult hardcover list for September 3rd, which will not include that title. Sarim, speaking to Publishers Weekly, said it's silly to say I didn't know about this book, so how can it be doing well? We should all be supportive of each other. She added that she had been promoting the book at Wizard World Comic-Con events, and that there had been a lot of buzz around it. Thomas thanked those who had investigated the situation. OMG. Thanks to everyone who investigated, spoke out, and supported. This week is that much more special because of you, this community, she tweeted. And thank you to the At Night Times books for the correction. The best-selling YA author Cassandra Clare also congratulated West and Stamper. They would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you pesky kids, she tweeted.